Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. This is our third community forum. And for those of you that don't know me, my name is Jan. I teach yoga and stress management and all those wonderful things at Complete Wellness. And our goal is for these community forums to evolve into a place where you can ask questions, where we can meditate and breathe together. And really, basically, we're open to these evolving into whatever way will serve people more. So feel free to let us know any feedback that you have. Tonight, we're going to start with some pranayama or breathing techniques. And pranayama, it means mastery of energy. And the yogis really believed that you could master, that you could work with, that you could support your life force, your energy, yourself through breathing techniques. And that's really proven to be true. More and more studies are being done that really are showing the power and the value of pranayama, breathing techniques. So in terms of stress, we're going to start by noticing where we are right now. Is there stress hiding somewhere in our bodies? Is there stress not hiding, but that we're very aware of? What is our breath like right now? How might we change how we're feeling by changing our breath? So we're going to start with a tuning in of where we are right now. I'm going to ask you some questions and lead you through some explorations. Then my plan is to shift into a few specific breathing techniques or pranayamas to try tonight. And then at the end of our time together, we're going to do a heart meditation, which I did once before for a complete wellness yoga class a few weeks ago that people really seem to enjoy. So I'm going to repeat that heart-focused, heart-centered meditation, which I'm hoping will also be a way to help you deal with stress, because this meditation is about taking the thoughts, and we know we all have lots of thoughts, right? I think there's thousands and thousands of thoughts that emanate from our brains. And not only that, but they're put, attaching electrodes to people's heads, and they can pick up the emanation, the electromagnetic energy coming out of people's heads, like something like at least a foot away from their heads. I think even more than that. So these thoughts of ours are radiating out. And one of the techniques that the yogis use to help manage those thoughts, those crazy monkey mind thoughts that we all have, is to be able to recognize them, that they're not necessarily truths. Oftentimes they're not, that they're not necessarily something that we want to be guiding us in our lives, that we can actually become the masters of our own thoughts. And one of the ways that we do this is through meditation. So our time together is going to be pranayama, breathing techniques, and meditation to calm the body and to hopefully calm the mind. And in this heart meditation, we bring the thoughts together and then down into our hearts to transform them and to clear our minds. So that's our plan. That's my plan. So we're going to begin with a body scan, a body check-in. Where are we right now? Check-in. So if you could just find a comfortable seat, plant your feet on the ground ideally, or if you're cross-legged on your mat, even your body weight out. Let your hands come to rest, palms down on your thighs, and close your eyes. Closing your eyes is important because it helps you to tune in. So see if you can just soften your eyes, bring your awareness inward, and just start to notice how you are sitting. Sense your connection to the chair, to the earth. Notice any differences, right, left. And if you notice any differences, just see if you can gently even yourself out. And start to just scan up from your legs and your pelvis, how you're sitting. Start to notice how you feel in your belly and in your back. How you feel as you move up in your solar plexus and your stomach area, the sides of your ribs. how you feel deep inside of your chest right now. Is there any tension there? Notice what it feels like in your shoulders, in your arms, and in your hands. Sense the back of your body, the low back, the low ribs. Sense your shoulder blades in the back body. Is there tension there? How are you feeling there? Bring your awareness into your shoulders. You can gently move them a little bit if that helps you to feel them. And then bring your awareness into your neck, sensing the muscles of your neck. And then sense and move up into your face. So sense the muscles of your jaw, your tongue, your cheeks, the muscles around your eyes and your forehead. So you're noticing, where are you right now in terms of your sensations in your body? Where is there tension? Do you sense where, do you feel where tension might live in your body? Certain emotions might live in your body. And there's no right or wrong answers here. There's just you're being curious. And then bring your awareness to your breath itself. And move your hands right now, if you will. Just put your hands on your belly. You can see me. Your eyes still softly closed, ideally. And just notice if you feel motion in the belly as you breathe in and you breathe out. And then notice if you feel motion in your shoulders and in your traps as you breathe in and you breathe out. And somebody mentioned that they feel stress there. See if you can sense breath there as well. See if you can sense your breath in your side ribs. Our lungs are three-dimensional and they actually can expand side to side and front and back and up and down. And oftentimes when we're tight, we don't feel the expansion and the release of breath and air. We don't feel, or not even able really, to allow that three-dimensionality because of stress, because of tightness. So you're just noticing where you feel the breath. And then just float your hands back down to your thighs for a moment and open your eyes. So I want to do just a little bit of stretching to see, for you to feel and to see how that might impact where you're feeling your breath and where you might be feeling the tension in your body. So let's start on an inhale. Stretch your arms overhead. Feel the length and the extension, the reach, the openness in the sides of your body. Maybe even in this position, you can feel it in the front and back. Take one more deep breath in. And as you breathe out through your mouth, take a side bend to your right. And breathe into your left armpit. Gently stretch the muscles on that side. And gently on your in-breath, come back to center and go up and over to the other side. Stretching the other side. Be your left. Or whichever is the other one. Breathing into that side. And then let your inhale bring you back to center. And then just roll those shoulders a few times as you breathe in and you breathe out. Oftentimes when we're stressed, the muscles of our upper body get very tight. And oftentimes this is where we breathe from, rather than including the muscles of the ribs, the muscles of the side ribs, the muscles of the belly. One more moment of stretching here, bringing your hands to your chest as you breathe in, reach through your fingertips, stretch the front of the chest, maybe gaze up a little bit. And then as you breathe out, round your back, bring your fingertips to touch and just pull your arms forward a little bit. So you're rounding that upper back area right in there. You're stretching it open. Do that one more time. Inhale, stretching open the chest, reaching through the fingers. And on the exhale, reaching the arms forward, stretching there. And then coming back up, inhale, arms overhead. And then exhale your arms all the way down by your side. Let your hands come to rest on your belly. Close your eyes. Notice how you're feeling in the body right now. If anything is loosened up, if you feel a little bit less tight, maybe in the shoulders, the traps, the back. Notice how you're breathing. Notice if the breath is a little bit more obvious in the body. Maybe there's a little bit more oscillation. Maybe there's a little more movement under your hands than there was before. And then softly opening your eyes. So part of a process of learning to use breath and meditation to help us to deal with stress is understanding where and how stress impacts us. And approaching this understanding, this awareness, this learning with a really compassionate and open mind. This is not about judging yourself or I'm always tight or whatever things we say to ourselves. This is about, how interesting. Yeah, I hold a lot of my stress in my neck. I can feel how my back really doesn't move when I breathe. I notice my belly doesn't move at all. I wonder if my breath maybe could be a little bit deeper, if that might make me feel better. So you're exploring, right? You're getting to know yourself. That's the attitude you want to have, one of being curious. So we're going to do one focused breath exercise or technique, and then we're going to move into our heart meditation. So what I'd like you to do is bring your hands to your belly, close your eyes again, and we're going to do some belly breathing or diaphragmatic breathing to really calm our systems down. So take a gentle in-breath through your nose, let your belly fill, and then a long, slow exhale out your mouth like you're breathing out a straw, and let your belly empty. We're going to add a little count to that. In through the nose for 4, belly fills. 3, 4. Out through the mouth, moving towards an 8 count as best as you can. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. As you breathe out your mouth and scoop the belly in. So we're putting together in through the nose, 4 counts, belly fills. 3, 4, out through the mouth for 8. Keep doing that, gently bringing in the breath on the inhale, filling the belly, and emptying the belly with a long exhalation. So belly breathing is a wonderful technique to calm. Long, lengthening out the exhales is a wonderful tool for calm. And focusing on the counts and elongating the exhale is a wonderful way to focus the mind. Take one more breath in and out. And then open your eyes. And just notice how you're feeling right now. It's interesting whether breathing in or out of the nose or mouth facilitates relaxation or not. Typically, in most yoga practices, we always, actually now that I think about it, we almost always breathe in the nose. There are a few exceptions. There are some pranayamas, some breathing techniques where we breathe in the mouth. But usually it's the nose, because as we breathe in through the nose, we're warming the air, we're cleansing the air, and we're impacting the nervous system by breathing in through the nose. How we exhale is interesting, because oftentimes a longer exhale and a more comfortable, fulfilling exhale, so to speak, it is facilitated by breathing out the mouth. Especially for beginners, I've noticed that breathing out the mouth tends to be much easier to grasp, and you can get out more air. So the exhalation through the mouth, and that almost like whooshy sound that you hear, can be really helpful. Eventually, you might want to play with the exhale through the nose as well. So in the nose and out the nose. It's a very deep, sort of meditative sound when you breathe out the nose. You get that same cleansing action of breathing in the nose. But not all of us can breathe so well through our noses, unfortunately. So play with both when you play with this on your own. Okay, so we're going to move into and finish with a heart meditation. When people are asked where they feel love or where they live in their bodies, they almost always point to their hearts, right? So our hearts are connected with love, with spirit, with truth. The heart chakra, the heart center in Sanskrit is called Anahata. And Anahata, the heart chakra, the element is air, breath. So we're going to tune into our heart chakra, and literally where it's located energetically is deep inside the chest. The heart itself is towards the left, but we're going right into the center here. And I'd like you for a moment to just bring your hands to your heart and press your fingertips right into the center of your chest, like right beneath that clavicle notch there. And close your eyes for a moment. As you breathe in, feel the heart chest area gently fill, and as you breathe out, press your fingers softly in towards your heart. We're just starting to bring our breath and our awareness to our hearts, pressing gently in as you breathe out, feeling the rise as you breathe in. So as you're doing that breath, I want to read to you something from a book called Meta Anatomy, which a close friend of mine, Kristen Leal, wrote. So your eyes are still closed. You're sensing and feeling your heart and breathing there. But I just want to read to you this little something about the heart that I think you'll find really interesting. She writes, in addition to the physical heart, 2 atrium, 2 ventricles, the yogis explored the heart in a poetic way, a poetic mapping of the heart. They talk about the 4 chambers. And each one relates energetically to one of the 4 aspects of this heart chakra. Each one has doors or entranceways inviting you into this center. When you place your hand over your own heart, you are led instantly into the first room, which relates to the physical organ of the heart. You might feel the beats. You might sense that rise and fall. And then, through this gesture of touching, of holding your heart, you will be guided into the second room, which relates to your emotions. You might even begin to feel the rise and fall of your emotions. And you might observe these emotions almost like clouds passing through a vast open sky. They come and they go. Sometimes these emotions are stormy clouds, and sometimes they feel light and wispy. The third room relates to that ever-present sun. This is the witness, the observer, or the awareness part of you, which is always there, untouched by these clouds, untouched by these transient emotions. This third room in the heart is the center of the witness consciousness, the part of you that can see. She writes that we label this jiva, or the individual seed of spirit, your own individual spirit. And then we recognize the part of us that is unbound, that is infinite potential when we enter the 4th room, which is not limited by our actual physical heart, but is interconnected, interdependent, interwoven with the field of awareness around us. So this 4th heart is sort of our spiritual heart that connects us with others. So as you can see, yogis had an incredibly poetic way of expressing many things, but certainly this heart chakra. So as you breathe now into your heart and you feel your hands rise and fall, find an even count to the breath, counting an even inhale and matching that with your exhale. So maybe see what's comfortable for you. The inhale is 4 or 5, maybe 6. And the exhale, see if you can match that. Breathing in the nose, out the nose or mouth, your choice. Directing your breath in your imagination in and out of your heart, even though I'm hoping that that belly breath and that soft expansion is still happening with the breath. And allow gratitude to rise in your mind's eye. Allow gratitude to rise in your heart and in your mind. So you're breathing in and out of your heart, this even count. You're thinking about a few things that you're grateful for. And as we enter into this heart breathing, this even count focused heart breathing, we're literally balancing our brains and our hearts. We are creating this even, energetic wave. And I know this because this has been studied. Take this breath for one more moment. And then let your hands float back down to your thighs and just sense and feel your body. Scan from your toes to your head for just a moment, sensing those areas that were tight before. Just see if anything has shifted, if anything has changed. And then open up your eyes. So there's one more part to this heart meditation that I want to share with you. And you can let me know if you enjoy this, and we can do this meditation again another time if you like. So this is called centering. And basically, our brains that are constantly sending out all these thoughts, all this chatter, what we do in this meditation is we literally bring our palms together and our thumbs like a swimmer's hand, hold them by the side of our ears. We bring them up here. This is the in-breath. And then on the out breath, you're bringing your palms together so that your thumbs are right about at your third eye, right about at the center of your eyebrows here. That's your exhalation. And you're gathering your thoughts. You're gathering all this chatter. And then you're bringing it down on the next exhale to your heart center. So let me just show you this again. You in-breath the arms to the side, palms and fingertips touching. You exhale your palms together in front of your face, thumbs about the height of your eyebrows. That's your exhale. You inhale again here, gather the thoughts, and then on the exhale, you're bringing them down the center channel to your heart. And then we add an intention to this. So as we inhale, we bring our awareness to our thoughts and to our minds. And as we exhale, we gather them. And as we inhale, we gather them even further, our thoughts and our sensations. And then as we exhale, we bring them to our hearts to be transformed. We bring them to our hearts to be able to see clearly. So this intention can be anything. It can be what feels true to you. I find that idea of gathering them and transforming them in my heart to be very powerful, but maybe there's something else. An intention for you might be to clear your mind and enter your heart. It could be anything. So let's do this a few more times. In breath, palms to the side of the face. Exhale, bringing them together as you gather. Inhale to fully gather and center yourself here. And exhale to bringing your hands to your heart for transformation. Do this one more time silently. You can continue this meditation on your own if you'd like. I would love to take any questions, any suggestions for future gatherings together. So please let me know if you have any questions. You can type them into the chat or you can tell us through the office. And I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope that you can feel what this breathing techniques, what these different meditations, this one tonight focusing on the heart, how it impacts you. Because in terms of stress, we want to look for tools, right? We want to look for tools so that we can manage, so that we can be aware of what stress and how stress is living in our bodies. Stress itself is part of life, right? There's always going to be stress. However, if we never can move out of that stress response, if we can't go to sleep at night, for example, letting certain things go, we're going to wear ourselves down. And then we're not going to be able to function in the way that we want to, showing up. We won't be able to show up for ourselves and others in the way that we want to. So using these techniques, this awareness of where is stress in the body, where is tension in the body, how can I release it? Recognizing how shallow breath is going to create more tension than deeper belly breaths and expansive breaths. Noticing how the exhalation as it lengthens can help to calm us down. And recognizing that our thoughts are going to be emanating from our brains, because that's what our brains do. But that we can step back, we can observe them, we can recognize we're more than our thoughts, right? We are spirits, we are beings beyond those thoughts, and that we can transform them with our awareness and with meditation. Well, thank you all so much for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. And I look forward to being in touch soon.